The wreck and the seafloor merge into one silent landscape.
From here, the full scale of the wreck comes into view. Beneath the waters near Okinawa, a forgotten American landing ship emerges from the deep.
The ship's name still clings to the steel, worn down by decades beneath the sea.
A massive breach hints at the violent end of this wartime transport. Inside, a tank remains frozen in place, its markings still whispering its allegiance. Even the numbers survive, etched into metal that refuses to disappear. A silent guardian of the wreck drifts past, reminding the diver, this is no longer a human world. With the visitor gone, the remains of wartime cargo come back into view. One sailor still stands watch, preserved by the cold silence of the sea. The flag remains, a fragile symbol clinging to rust and time.
The wreck holds its secrets as the divers prepare to explore deeper within.
Beyond the main hull, more of the ship's story lies scattered across the seafloor. A transport vehicle, never reaching the beach it was meant for.
Unit markings still cling to steel, worn down by decades underwater.
This ramp once carried men and machines straight into battle. Supplies meant to keep the advance moving, now rest in silent rows. The wreck's new inhabitants move freely through the remains of war. A weapon once ready for defense now serves as a reef.
Personal belongings mark where another life came to rest.
Behind this door lies the heart of the ship.
The next step takes them deeper into the ship's final moments.
The engine room opens like a frozen corridor of steel and shadow. This machine once drove the ship through hostile waters.
The controls are locked in their final positions.
One crewman remains at his post. Every valve tells a story of power and pressure.
Even here, the deep sea has claimed the ship as its own.
A path leads toward the upper decks.
The climb reveals more of the ship's silent interior.
The signs still point the way for a crew that never returned. Beyond this hallway lie the personal spaces of the men who served here. The living spaces of the crew remain trapped in time.
Where sailors once rested, only rust and silence remain.
A small reminder of service and sacrifice.
Everyday routines are frozen in rusted reflections.
A silent shape moves through the crew's old quarters.
One sailor never left his resting place. a name nearly erased by time.
The path ahead leads toward the ship's command deck.
The climb leads toward the ship's highest and most important space.
Each step brings them closer to the command deck.
The helm still waits for hands that will never return.
The captain remains at his post.
Even the bridge is now part of the deep sea's domain.
The last known route still lies etched in rust and ink.
These radios once carried calls for support across the Pacific.
Their journey continues into the open deck, beyond the command post. The open deck reveals the ship's defensive past. This weapon once scanned the skies for incoming aircraft. Ammunition left behind in the rush of battle. The ship's eyes and airs now serve as a reef.
A silent visitor patrols the deck.
A final defender remains at his station. These lights once guided ships through the dark.
Eyes that once searched the horizon.
The bow reveals how the ship finally came to rest. Their exploration continues toward the ship's final impact point. The bow shows the force of the ship's final descent. An anchor that never touched land again.
The ship's identity still clings to the steel.
A final doorway into the ship's cargo holds. Supplies frozen in the moment they were lost. Another silent resident claims the cargo hold.
A vehicle meant for the shore now rests in the deep.
Even this machine still carries its markings.
A final witness to the ship's end remains here.
The exploration turns toward the open sea beyond the wreck. From a distance, the full scale of the wreck becomes clear. Even the lifeboats, once a symbol of safety, now rest in decay. Ropes and mechanisms frozen by time and corrosion. A hatch leading deeper into the ship's hidden compartments. Forgotten supplies lay untouched for decades.
The ship's strange, silent residents patrol their underwater world.
One crew member remains here, forever tied to his post. The journey continues along the remaining structure of the ship.
The final sections of the ship hold the last secrets of its service.
The stern shows the ship's final resting place, worn by time and tide. The propeller, once a symbol of power, now stands frozen in silence.
Even the machinery carries the marks of its maker.
Life-saving equipment now serves as reef for deep-sea inhabitants.
The ship's new residents patrol its decayed surfaces.
Even the ship's tools are claimed by the ocean.
Another silent witness remains among the rusted machinery.
The divers prepare to explore the final remnants of the ship.
Even the last storage holds echoes of a long-lost mission.
The final deck marks the end of the ship's underwater story.
Beyond the ship, the seafloor holds what fell away in its final moments.
A signal device that never sent its last call.
A sealed container waits beneath layers of time.
Navigation tools that once guided men through the Pacific.
A silent presence passes through the final discovery.
The last direction lost beneath the sea.
Even here, a final crew member remains.
Their exploration draws to a close.
The ship remains, a silent monument beneath the waves.